Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Schroder reveals emotional reason he'll we number 71 with Warriors. Before Dennis Schroder was a 12-year NBA veteran and international inspiration. He was a 16-year-old boy lost and unsure where his life would take him. It was 2009. Like nearly every teen boy, he turned to his father Axel, who like him wanted his son to pursue a career in basketball. The younger Schroder had other interests though. Growing up in Braunschweig, Germany, such as skateboarding and soccer, he didn't really find an interest in basketball until a later age, but one conversation with his father changed everything. Axel played pro basketball in Gambia, where he met his wife and Dennis' mother Fatou Schroder, but Axel wanted and knew his son could take his game to the next level in the greatest basketball league in the world. I mean, he was more of a supporter, Schroder said of his father at his introductory press conference Tuesday after being traded to the Warriors. He didn't really play, but he was my biggest supporter. Every time when I had practice, when I had a game, he came and we always talked about basketball. He always said, this is what you can do for a living, you can help your whole family with it, carry the load for your family, making sure everybody is good. And he was right. He passed away after that conversation 6 days later, and then everything switched for me. Golden State Warriors. Find the latest Golden State Warriors news, highlights, analysis and more with NBC Sports Bay Area and California. The goal was to play in the NBA, and I'm still doing it, my 12th season now, and I'm more than grateful to be here and don't take it for granted. Every single day, every single game, I'm going to go out and treat it like it's my last, so it's great to do that for him. After his dad's passing, Schroder wasted no time taking his late father's advice. He began playing professional basketball in 2010 for SG Braunschweig, in which he averaged 7.8 points, 2.1 assists and 1.6 rebounds per game in his first year. The following season he flourished, averaging 17.8 points and 6.7 assists in 23 games. His team went to the playoffs, where he averaged 18.8 points and 5.1 assists over 4 games. After another solid season the following year, he was named Basketball Bundesliga's most improved player as well as the league's best young German player. He then declared for the 2013 NBA draft, being the 17th overall pick was special to him for reasons beyond the obvious. The number had a sentimental meaning to him. It just so happened to also be his father's favorite number. How new Warriors guard Dennis Schroder has carved out a long NBA career. The newest member of the Golden State Warriors revealed several snippets about himself during Tuesday's introductory news conference at Chase Center. Dennis Schroder always liked visiting San Francisco, he said, because of the city's European flavor. He traditionally wears number 17 because that was his late father's favorite number. His 5-year-old son Dennis Jr. is an unabashed Stephen Curry fan. Also worth noting, as Schroder joins the Warriors, if you want to understand the roots of his enduring feistiness, the edge with which he endears himself to teammates and aggravates opponents, start with his upbringing in Germany. Schroder, whose dad Axel and mom Fatum met in her native Gambia in West Africa, encountered racism going back to kindergarten. Fewer than 1% of Germany's more than 84 million people are black, according to most estimates. Growing up in Germany was tough, Schroder said, but it helped me become the man I am today. I learned a lot growing up in Germany. He expanded on this in an interview with ANSK this past summer during the Paris Olympics. Schroder reflected on people asking him, why is your skin black, when he was a small child, and how he gained respect when he began playing basketball and representing his hometown Braunschweig and his country. Schroder traced his mental toughness as an NBA player to these childhood challenges. They also help explain why he took deep pride in carrying the German flag as the country's Olympic contingent floated down the San River during opening ceremonies in July. To carry that flag in the Olympics was probably the biggest thing I've ever done in my career, Schroder said Tuesday. The Warriors are eager to see Schroder's impact on a team in urgent need of an offensive spark. Head coach Steve Kerr envisions Schroder starting alongside Curry in the backcourt, if not Thursday night in Memphis, then soon thereafter. But Golden State landed more than a versatile guard with strong numbers averages 18.8 points and 6.6 assists per game this season. They acquired a 31-year-old on a meandering career journey that includes 7 previous NBA stops: Atlanta, Oklahoma City, Los Angeles Lakers twice, Boston, Houston, Toronto and Brooklyn. That's either a sign he wears out his welcome or indicative of his adaptable game. Schroder also brings abundant international experience. He helped Germany win the 2023 World Cup, including a 17.9 assist effort in its semi-final victory over current T. The United States. Schroder steered the Germans into the Olympic semi-finals, in which they fell to France and then lost to Serbia in the bronze medal game. He's not especially big, which could prove problematic on defense when paired with Curry, but Schroder's relative lack of size also informs his scrappy nature. I'm 6'1", so to be in this league for 12 years you've got to find a way to have mental toughness. He said you have to come out with effort and play on the defensive end. You just have to find a way to impact the game without scoring. Sometimes Her acknowledged he didn't know much about Schroder's personality until the past few days, as the Warriors finalized their trade with the Nets. Kerr and Schroder are both represented by Priority Sports and Entertainment, so Kerr consulted with Mark Bartelstein, his longtime agent, who also works with Schroder. Warriors linked to $90 million NBA champion in trade market. The Warriors acquired Dennis Schroder in a blockbuster trade on December 15. But the franchise is not done making moves. According to General Manager Mike Dunleavy Jr., the team plans to be aggressive in trying to acquire a few more pieces ahead of the February 6 trade deadline. According to Clutch Point's Brett Siegel, Wizards forward Kay Kuzma has emerged as a potential Warriors trade target. Believe it or not, Kuzma actually holds a strong market as a secondary player who has proven to be able to lead his team's offensive attack at times. Siegel wrote on December 13, the Warriors, Trailblazers, Sacramento Kings, Indiana Pacers and Detroit Pistons have all been linked to Kuzma recently. Sources said it is worth noting that the Milwaukee Bucks also expressed interest in Kuzma previously, yet it would be almost impossible for them to acquire him due to second apron restrictions. The Lakers, Heat and Cleveland Cavaliers are 3 other teams that have been in the Kuzma market over the last year. According to Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype, the Warriors would likely not have to part with any significant assets to acquire Kuzma, who has owed $23.5 million in 2024-25 and roughly $4 million over the 2025-26 and 2026-27 seasons. The Warriors could theoretically just ship out Andrew Wiggins and a second-round pick to Washington in exchange for Kuzma. However, if they were to target star players like Jimmy Butler and Brandon Ingram, both of whom are said to be available, the Warriors could be forced to part with Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podmski and at least one of their 3 tradable first-round picks on top of Wiggins or Kevin Looney to match salaries. ESPN's Bobby Marks explained on December 16 that the Rockets, another team linked with Butler, has an easier path to acquiring the superstar from Miami. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Jimmy Butler? Leave your opinion in the comments.